bastards came, guns blazing. And they expect us to bow down? This? What you're fighting for? Here's my answer! A bullet! I fight you tooth and nail! Are we gonna let them leave fully loaded? No! Let them come, if they dare, and pay with their lives! Let them see our anger! Feel our pride! Show them who Komodo really belongs to! I will fight for her until the end.
Hi everyone, I'm Imow from the Arena Breakout team. Our primary goal for Arena Breakout is to deliver a highly immersive tactical shooter experience to hardcore fans of first-person shooter games. That is why one key principle for us has been the realistic depiction of the battlefield. Doesn't the sky in Arena Breakout look fantastic? This is because our engineers have used the volumetric cloud technology that reproduces the visual effects of light passing through the cloud. Apart from volumetric cloud, we've also tapped into several other graphic techniques, like the environment light mixture, to make the game even more realistic. You can be at the farm with the sun right overhead at noon, or watch the sunset at dusk in a shady spot in the forest. There's also the question of sound. In Arena Breakout, you must use sounds to determine the enemy's position and gain the upper hand, to create a more immersive experience. We've developed an audio visualization system that displays the location of sound relative to your position. When you are playing, a bigger audio pole and clear lines means the source of the sound is close to you. However, not all sounds can be detected by the system. Some sounds, including doors being opened by the enemy, looting a container, or opening a safe, won't be detected by this system. We want audio visualization to benefit mobile players and provide a comparable experience to what you will find in console and PC games, without sacrificing the importance of developing listening skills in the game. Weapons are another critical aspect of any shooter game. Each and every firearm in Arena Breakout has been designed to be true to life in terms of how they look, how they fire, and the modes available to them. You can mix and match over 700 weapon modes and apply your choices to more than 10 weapon slots to forge the weapon that works best for you. The combinations are nearly limitless. We all know that realistic gun feel matters greatly to tactical FPS players. This is why we've spent a lot of time figuring out the best ways to replicate how a firearm feels. Take a weapon recoil, for instance. We broke it down into its components, such as shake, the lifting of the muzzle, the backward movement, and work on this one by one in order to deliver a truly realistic recoil experience.
Wanna guess what's coming?
In Arena Breakout, the battlefield is full of variables and unknowns. This is a game that rewards taking risks. Win, you take everything. Lose, and you start from square one. This is a game of tactics and strategy, first of all. Even before you enter a match, you can shape your combat capabilities based on your preferences. Are you heading into the dark zone with all guns blazing? Or are you going to be the madman, attempting to pull this off with nothing but a knife? Your choice of strategy will also determine the kind of game experience you have. You are free to make your own decisions based on the information you get. What kind of choices will you make under pressure? We've also taken great pains to make great maps. I will use the Farmland, a map most players should be familiar with, for an example. This is the first map we created for Arena Breakout to create a map that is full of interesting tactical space. We first laid out different zones in terms of value. We placed points of interest across the map to vary expected gains, risk, and travel time. These POIs also interact with each other to form the distinctive landscape of the farmland. A map like this makes for a highly dynamic and immersive experience as players engage in both a battle of skills and strategies. A battle that requires them to contend with changes that occur in the field, and the emergent interactions between players with different skills and gear. I want to let you all know pre-registration for the game starts now worldwide, and we hope to officially launch in very near future. It's time to shoot and loot.
Asshole got fucked up real bad. Hey, boss. Check this out.
Let me see that.
Body's so warm. They might be close.
Nice optics. Extraction point's 2 clicks ahead. Let's go, ladies.
Sniper!
Fuck is he?
Get down! Sniper, second floor.
Get that motherfucker.
Set! I'm out! Go, 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 go! Set! Fuck!
Oh shit, that was close.
Arena Breakout is like literally the first proper true next-gen mobile first-person shooter.
Just overall, there's a lot of customability and just uniqueness that, like I said, we haven't seen in other types of shooters before.
What I like most about Arena Breakout is the healing system, how you're able to use painkillers, surgical kits, and adrenalines to treat yourself.
I'm an ex-military soldier, so being in that mindset again feels absolutely amazing.
It actually speaks a lot for how polished Arena Breakout is, because I don't play a lot of mobile games and stuff like that, and the fact that I was able to dive into this one, it was so comfortable.
Dude, we got it! Let's go!
And so just take that time to learn it all and just be patient with it, because you're not going to pick it up immediately, but once you do, it's going to be a blast.
Just go and play the game. You will die a lot, but that's how you learn things.
Take it a little bit slower than you would the other games, because like I said, it's high risk, high reward.
Calling all content creators from around the world to join our Golden Lions Legion, a platform created by Arena Breakout to showcase the fantastic work of our talented creators. During our global beta, we were very happy to see the outstanding content produced by over 4,000 content creators from around the world. We'd like to express our sincere thanks to the creators who have come with us along the way. Creators can participate in this latest event via YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and other platforms for exclusive rewards. You might be wondering, what exactly is the Golden Lions Legion? Breaking out of the dark zone with a pile of gold is not just an in-game objective, but a very real opportunity for our content creators. Rewards include game items, including valuable full bundles, bonds, elite membership status, as well as exclusive in-game titles for our creators. In addition, you'll also have the chance to win 1 million coin for your fans. The Golden Lions Legion program also offers content creators with incentives and official support. The incentive structure includes rewards for content submissions and views and likes. Content submission rewards take the form of cash, and the more followers or fans you have on a single platform, the greater your rewards. View and like rewards are based on the number of views and likes you get on your content. You'll also receive official support along the way, like bond giveaways to help boost traffic and view counts. This means that you can be an emerging star or even a mega celebrity with the Golden Lions Legion program. Creators with the Golden Lions Legion will also have access to an exciting array of tournaments. You can take part in individual challenges, bring followers to enter, and compete in official creator tournaments for wild showdowns. Join the Golden Lions Legion today and break out of the dark zone with a pile of gold.
Welcome back for another week of the Golden Lions Legion. This is our head-to-head battle between two content creators, two competitors in the Arena Breakout scene. Today, we've got an exciting one. It is going to be the same format as last week. And as you guys know, Arena Breakout global launch on July 14th. We've had several months in this game, and we have players out there with hundreds of hours in this game. So we've got some deep experience in the field today. These are solo games, so the pressure is on. Now, everyone you see in this series is part of the Golden Lions Legion. This is where content creators can sign up to be a part of the action here in Arena Breakout and get access to things like incentive-based content, as well as early test periods for new seasons and things like that. So if that's you, join the Golden Lions Legion and be a part of the fun here. So Arena Breakout's available for download on Google Play and the iOS store, and so there's plenty of availability to play this game. I am personally locked in on this. I don't think I've played another video game in many weeks, and so as a mobile game, this is the most tactically accurate. I am Modsix. I'm the caster for today. I have a military background with multiple combat deployments, and so when I say this is a realistic game, I mean it. I've got the experience to tell you that, and this is by far the most tactically realistic game, with the development team having a serious focus on every detail of realism. You saw in some of those previews, those videos before we've started here, the developers at the range firing these weapons. They wanted to personally feel the recoil so that they could get it as accurate as possible in this game. So we're excited today. We've got our two competitors going head to head. Let's talk about the rules first. This is a solos game. All right, they have no teammates. Teammates are a huge factor in this game, and so going solo, all of the pressure is on. You get knocked, it's game over. There's nobody that's going to get you up. We're going to be playing on 3 maps, the same as last week, with Farmland, and then Valley, and then Armory. Now, the players have 30 minutes on each of these maps, but they can do as many games as they want. They can iterate as quickly as they want, and they're going to be looking to absolutely maximize every second on the map, because this is a kill race. They're going to be looking for gunfights. So a kill on a TAC Ops player is worth 5 points. A kill on a covert ops player or an AI guard, a bot, is worth 1 point. And so that's what these guys are going to be going after today. They don't get the points if they're stuck on the map at the end of their 30-minute time period. But whether they extract or whether they die in that 30-minute time period, they get credit for each one of those kills. Now, you'd think rushing into a gunfight and just purposefully dying, nading yourself, whatever that is, might get you out of there quicker so you can get back into another game. But if you die, you lose all of your equipment. This is a shooter, looter style game. And if you die and you try and use that tactic, I don't know if these guys have enough equipment, guns, ammo in the inventory to do that. So we'll see some interesting tactics out there today. And our competitors for today, we'll get a chance to talk to them here in a little bit. We have Imow, who picked up the victory last week, and he's going head-to-head with LittleB. Now, both of these guys have traveled for the game. They've competed together in the past, and so as these guys go up, they go head-to-head. They understand each other's tactics. They competed together when they traveled to Beijing, receiving a second place right as the game was coming out, basically. Only a couple of weeks to practice, and so these are some of the best players out there. Everyone here knows who Imow and LittleB are, and so it's exciting to see them go solo, head-to-head today. And, we saw some varying tactics throughout last week's competition. We saw rushing for, central points, those built-up areas. On Farmland, that's Motel. On Valley, that's Villa. And on Armory, that's the bunker, right? So we saw some guys go straight for those high-traffic, high player density areas. And then we saw others that just took a tour of the map, trying to find as many opportunities as possible. So we'll have to see. These pros, these guys with all this experience, what tactics are they going to choose? Now, we do have CD keys that we're giving away today. We're going to show the first 5 here in a second. The way you redeem those is from the events tab in game. And these are one-time use. You got to move quickly. So have your game open and be ready. You go to that events, that star button, then go to code redemption, hit that go button, and put this code in. We have multiple CD keys on every single one of these streams, and what those do for you is you get to pick up that in-game bundle, whether it's armor, helmet, ammo, a weapon. So those 5 CDs coming up here in a second. Go ahead and open the game, hit that events button, and redeem the code. So there they are, right below me, and it is first come, first serve. Get yourself some of that elevated, higher level armor, that helmet, maybe put a face mask on it, get yourself a nice gun out of one of these bundles, and hop into Armory and see if you can replicate some of the tactics that you see today. Now, when these guys go into the game, there's no specifics on what weapons they need to use. We've got potentially some of those rule sets coming in the future, but today it is open season. Any weapon they want to choose, no value limit on their equipment. So I expect to see both of these guys going in pretty heavy with some serious armor, ammo, and weapons. And with none of those restrictions on the value of the loadout, there's a bit of a mismatch on farm, right? This is regular farmland. And so these guys, they're not really going up against too much difficulty in farmland, but when it gets to armory, it gets a little wild. And so they're going to have to adjust tactics as they go. So we're going to get a chance to talk to Imow and LittleB here. I'm going to see if we can pry into some of the tactics and what their plan is for today. Gentlemen, welcome. Week 3 of the Golden Lions Legion. You guys have played together. How does that play into what you know about each other's tactics?
Well, I know LittleB's strong. I know that he's a dominant performer, so I think this one's going to be a close one, to be honest.
LittleB's a strong performer, huh? Well, LittleB, you know, without any restrictions on weapons, you're known as a sniper main. Are you going to be pulling out the sniper rifle? We've seen Imow go snipers only before, but he's playing on phone today. What's the weapon choice today, LittleB?
I would be down to, if Imow agrees with me, to do in a valley.
Sniper only on valley? All right, let's do it.
Yeah, I'll be
sniper
down.
Only on valley. All right, we'll see who's got the long range prowess. Imow, tell us something you learned last week about this format that you're going to bring into today's tactics.
Start my live stream on time so you can get to see my dominant performance. But no, overall, just take my time, you know, because like I feel like, especially armory, I rushed myself too much, which made me pay with like massive deaths on my head. So I think I know 30 minutes doesn't sound like a long time, but like if you have one dominant match, it's still one amazing match. I'd rather get one good match than 3 average matches, you know. So I'm just gonna take my time, pick off the scabs, pick off the real players, hopefully pick up, you know, some nice kills for the highlight reel. But that's pretty much my tactic. I haven't really got one. Just go in raw.
Yeah, patience is. I've never played a game where patience is more of a fact. LittleB, which of these 3 maps do you feel most comfortable on?
Armory. Just non-stop playing armory.
Just getting in the reps on armory.
Yeah, like before I even mastered farmer stuff, I just literally played armory the whole time. All the players I play with just master armory, so I just play with them a lot.
You think that's probably one of the best ways to get comfortable and get good at this game quickly, is just hop into armory as soon as possible?
No. I got lucky because I got contacts. I got a lot of people that are good at armory, and got me connected. But I would say the best map is probably Valley to get started. Such an open map, and you can play ratty stuff.
Imow doesn't like that. Imow, you got some differing opinions on these maps and choices?
Oh hell yeah! Farm is definitely Farm Lockdown is the best map on the game, only because it represents a military engagement a lot better than all the other maps. Valley is just open field, and then Armory is player versus bots. You know, the bots do more damage than the real players do on that map. So I just feel like Farm takes a lot more tactical awareness to conquer.
Yeah, well, LittleB and I played into last evening, and I felt all of the proficiency of the bots on armory. I think I died twice to bots. It was a little bit ugly. So yeah, I think it's going to be essential. Neither of you guys dies to any bots today, but good luck to both of you. We're ready to see some exciting action. So you better be going after the kills. Give the chat what they want to see. Good luck, boys.
I'm gonna be showing them one thing though. I'll be showing them the brand new skins on the first game. Check them out, guys.
Nice. We're going to get a chance to see all of those new skins in game that just launched. Good luck, gentlemen. Go get those loadouts ready, and we'll see you on the map.
All right, good luck, Owen.
Good luck, LittleB.
Yep.
All right. I think we're going to see a little sniper versus sniper on Valley today, and I agree with Imow when it comes to farmland being one of the best maps to really get into the game, experience the PvP. The way the map is set up, it's the most PvP likely map in the game. Armory, you can get tied down with those guards and really only see guards in an entire game, depending on how it goes. But without a doubt, farmland, starting on that regular farmland and then stepping up to lockdown zone, and that's where I'm at almost all the time when I'm playing the game, because that is where you get into 3 or 4 PvP fights, those gunfights every single game. So yeah, and I got that money-making system worked out. I'm interested in the chat. I want to hear some tactics from the chat on what you're doing to build that bankroll in game. I mean, being able to pick up that level 6 armor, some fancy ammo, takes real cash in the game. So I want to see some solid money-making tips. How are you stacking up the coin in Arena Breakout now? And right now we've got both of our players who are setting up their loadouts, picking their weapons, loading up their rig, and choosing which, hopefully, level 6 armor and helmet they'll be bringing today. I've got my favorites, but the unique thing about this game among mobile shooters is that all of the planning that goes into what your loadout is and how you approach this each game prior to when you hit that start matching button, that's unique in this game. You really have to pay attention to every detail of what's in your pockets, what's in your rig, what weapon you're bringing, and if you have enough ammo for the type of game you're trying to play. And on those farmland games where there's so much PvP, I've seen so many times poor planning lead to a death versus that in-game mechanical skill. Not having enough ammo when you need it, not reloading those magazines when you're running out throughout the game. And so all of that planning that goes into it, all of that prep and those decisions in the loadout, that is the thing that makes Arena Breakout special among mobile shooter games. And that's where I enjoy it the most, because that's where my military background is in planning and mission prep and then going out and executing the mission. And so this game replicates that very, very specifically. And that's what those two are doing today. Now, I think we're going to see both of these players go very aggressively towards Motel when they hop into farmland. That's a magnet for PvP. And on the movement towards Motel, there are a ton of indicators of where the other teams have either spawned or what movement, what maneuver they're using to get to that Motel location. And so I think that we're going to see a lot of action in this first one. Valley, both of these players going with sniper. I think up at RV camp, there's some real opportunities in that vicinity. So I think we're going to see a lot of long range tactics, some sniping from there, shooting down towards Valley Village and towards Villa. And then Armory, all bets are off. There's plenty of opportunity all over the map to stack up points. And as a reminder, the covert ops players, the bots, the guards, the AI on the map is 1 point per kill, and other tac ops players are 5 points per kill. So those varying tactics, some people are just going for the PvP with other tac ops players, try and really maximize their opportunity at 5 point kills. And we saw last week with Sanho moving around the map, Imow doing that in some games as well, where they basically farm the entire map. Bot, AI, other players, tac ops players, doesn't matter. They're going after anything that moves. And so I think that's what we're going to see. But Valley should be interesting with both of these guys using sniper rifles. So yeah, the games today are exciting because Imow and LittleB, I've played with both of them extensively, and both are very skilled players in this game. So we're excited about it today. Now, as they get ready going into farmland, we'll hop into the map here with them pretty soon. And then at the end of that 30 minutes, we'll have a quick break as they reset for Valley. We'll have 30 minutes in Valley, and then another quick reset, a chance to have a 10-minute break and hop right into Armory. So the plays today on Armory, I think are what most people look forward to because of the challenge of that map. But I get most excited for the games on farmland. And that PvP experience is, I don't think I've ever seen a more nerve-wracking game. When you're sitting in the corner in Motel and farmland, you hear those approaching footsteps, and then all of a sudden there's 5 or 6 sets of footsteps around you. I think the heart rate goes crazy in this game, and it's also that's what makes it one of the most exciting mobile games to watch, and especially when we have guys like Imow and LittleB at the top of the game, a couple hundred hours in the game each. Yeah, it's action, and the PvP is high level. Now, talking about both of our players, we've got some things in their background about what these players are known for, and then we've seen some very specific things about both of them in the game. Imow is known for that buttery smooth headshot aim, as we saw last week and in a couple of previous events. And LittleB, throughout all of his competitive esports experience, multiple appearances in Stage 5 of COD Mobile World Championships, he's always been known as a sniper. But having played with them in this game for weeks at this point, he changes it up based on the map, based on the tactics needed in Arena Breakout. But known for his accuracy and his tactical choices in game, his patience with that sniper rifle in some other mobile games, and both of these players at the highest level in Arena Breakout. So, we've got both of them ready, almost ready to go. And then we'll hop into Farmland as soon as they are both on the map. That 30-minute timer has started. So in this opening segment here, we've got a little bit more waiting to do because we transitioned from the interview to these guys scrambling to get their loadouts together, get queued up, and get into a game. But yeah, we'll have that 30-minute timer start here in a minute, and then we will hop into the game with Imow versus LittleB. And what I hope we get to see today, I think everybody's hoping for the same thing, is that both of these guys get in the same lobby, because that's where some of the most exciting gameplay happens. Because when you've got an unsuspecting public crowd, these are public lobbies, and then two demons like this running around on the map, they get a little bit more free reign of the map. But with the opportunity to have them both in the same lobby, potentially queue into each other. We haven't seen that since the Triathlon series, where we saw some of these teams go head-to-head on Armory. We haven't seen two of our competitors queue into the same map in the Golden Lions Legion games and have a chance to go head-to-head 1v1. So, yeah, that opportunity is something we're always looking for, and the best chance to see that happen is on Farmland in this first game, as they queue into the game together at the exact same time when that 30-minute timer starts. So we're taking a minute here, but these guys have to do all of that mission prep. They got to choose all of that equipment. And I was talking to LittleB before this event, and we went through a couple million coin last night goofing around in the Northridge event and Armory. So he had some depleted storage. He had to play a little bit this morning and get some reps in. And he's got his level 6 armor stacked up, basically staged for each game. And yeah, so that's absolutely a factor here, is making sure that armor, those weapons, the ammo is all staged and ready to go to quickly cycle through these games. So I'd like to see what you guys think with who's going to win this game. We've all seen Imow play. He got 26 kills in this format in the first game last weekend. And then with LittleB's experience here, having traveled to Beijing with that team, with Imow as well, and done so well against players with over a year of esports experience in the game. So yeah, I'm interested to see what you guys think on whether Imow or LittleB is going to take it today. And I know everyone is anxious and excited for us to get into the game. If I had the opportunity to jump right in right after the interview, we would, but these guys have to get themselves ready and get all that stuff queued up with the timer started. So we've got just a couple of minutes to wait. They're just about ready, and then we'll be able to hop in to Farmland. All right, here we go. We're going to hop into Farmland now. We're finally there. Game 1 is here. Let's go. Farmland, known as the PvP map. And then we immediately see Imow. As soon as we hop in,
I enjoyed that.
He's got an extraction failed. He basically dies off of the spawn in his first game on farmland. LittleB just now getting into Grain Trade Center. A couple of headshots on the guards. They're lining up nicely for him there. LittleB choosing to clear all of these guards out, stacking up some points. And this is going to give him a significant lead here, as Grain Trade Center seemingly completely full of guards, and Imow dying on the spawn in his first game. So LittleB healing up. Hopefully he remembers that he does not need to run through all of these buildings and loot anything unless he's short on cash and he needs to continue making cash throughout this event. But he sees potentially another player there in the windows.
I'm really
trying to scope
real players.
anything out.
Real thing I'm trying to look for. These bots are not really gonna move.
And there's about 3 or 4 spawns over on this section of the map. So as LittleB's talking about looking for real players, he's clearly picked this as a vantage point, get some visibility, some good fields of fire, given that there's windows on almost all sides of this building. And he's really trying to see if he can pick up the spawn of Attack Ops team and be able to very quickly move on them, continuing to clear out the AI, the guards. LittleB probably stacked up to 11 or 12 points at this point. Imow probably getting back into the game here pretty soon. And so as Imow has to, suffer the loss of a full equipment set on his first game here on farmland. And also Imow, he's playing on phone this week. And so, one of the few players who regularly transitions back and forth in this game from phone to iPad. So not sure if playing on phone is going to offer any particular disadvantage, given that he's got so much experience on the platform. But LittleB now, having worked his way through all the guards on this side of the map, is moving on the southern side of farmland towards Motel. That's what we expect from both of these players, is a quick maneuver towards Motel where the best PvP opportunity is. Imow doing the same thing from the other side of the map as he sprints across the open area here. Taking those painkillers. LittleB now closer to Motel. He's checking every angle here very carefully because it looks like LittleB is going to take every opportunity for those AI, those bot kills. Imow now doing the same thing, moving across the map towards Motel. Guards everywhere for both of these players right now, as Imow does the same thing we saw LittleB do earlier, find that vantage point with good visibility and scan the horizon for teams. LittleB now upstairs in Motel. Does not look like anybody's there before him. And Imow with the higher magnification choice here, and really taking a long-range approach from the high ground as an opportunity to clear essentially that entire side of the map of those guards. He's throwing grenades. We've got voice lines in the distance, maybe thinking there's a Attack Ops player in front of him. Drops another guard.
Well, that's 3 real kills.
Looks like Imow's saying he's got 3 Attack Ops kills at this point, maybe closing the gap significantly on LittleB's advantage early on here. LittleB moving through Motel now, having cleared out the vast majority of these guards, and no PvP opportunity yet.
That's one player dead.
Looks like that was potentially a Attack Ops player.
Take Pinko real quick.
And that even though this isn't a loot-based format, there still is an RNG factor. If you've got a map with only 4 solos on it, with potentially not 4 4-man teams, there's a big range of how many Attack Ops players can be on the map here. And so these guys hoping for full lobbies, hoping for opportunities, as we see them both run recklessly across the map right now. Little concern for cover and concealment or any kind of sneaky nature, element of surprise, as LittleB sprinting towards the gunfight. Sees an opportunity here with all these guards. Now the guards face towards where they see the threat. Got 2 more players down for LittleB. Guards always face towards where the threat is, and then when the guards go down, their feet point in the direction of the shots that killed them. And so those guards are always a great source of intel on this game. LittleB smoking all of them very quickly and clearing across the map with multiple TAC Ops kills so far. Both of these players already into a relatively high kill count early in this farmland 30-minute time period. We've got 22 and a half minutes left on the clock, and I expect to see some very fast iterations of these games, especially given that both of these guys are sprinting across the map, almost complete disregard for their safety. They're geared up. They're playing regular farmland. This is not that lockdown zone mode, and so very confident as they move across the map. That rooftop guard is one of the most dangerous guards on this map because they typically have a Mosin or some other sort of long-range rifle and have weird accuracy. Imow taking him out before he's got the chance to fire at him. And LittleB continuing to chase down this gunfight, just running in the direction of gunfire. See if he can find a team here. He doesn't see or hear any footsteps. LittleB hitting the red stem. Get that increased stamina recovery rate and increased max stamina. Imow looking towards Motel. Neither player having significant opportunity at a team fight here, and if they have, they've just mowed through them. So nothing that's caused either player to stop, get tied down, pause in the gunfight, and that's one of the essential tactics for both of these players to get through these games quickly and maximize kills, is really having the ability to flow through the gunfight, you know, never stop your maneuver towards either Motel initially or the extraction, as we see here with LittleB. Imow in that artillery position, clearing across the map, not running into any trouble since that unfortunate death in game one.
Probably already people here.
Scanning every long distance lane he has the opportunity to. And what you'll see these players do with this format, they're going to want to move in as straight a line as possible towards Motel, and then as straight a line as possible towards the extraction. That's going to minimize the time on the map. But what they have to do throughout that is constantly be scanning across the map, give themselves positions with great visibility so that they can clear bots to the north and south as they move down that central corridor on this map. LittleB finishing up his first game, his first extraction, and we'll get updates on the score on the bottom of your screen as we go with those calculations between TAC Ops and Covert Ops players, those guards that they kill. 5 points for each of the TAC Ops players. All guards, Covert Ops, the AI on the map are 1 point each. And so as those scores update, we'll see them update there on the bottom. Imow now with all of the footsteps around him.
Where are these guys? Are they up top?
Switching his magnification. He's got a headset on, so he hears them from far away, but he's going to chase these guys down as quickly as you can. You see him never content to hold one angle. Taking some shots from the bots there. Holding angles. Clearing those corners. Taking damage as Imow moves through Motel. A bit of a slowdown there as he heals. Takes more damage in Motel. Imow now with 3 broken limbs. This is going to take him a while to heal. But you do see him sporting that fancy new Ruby knife, as well as the new magazine skins here, just launched in Arena Breakout.
I'm using the Red Magic 8S.
And damage avoidance is a huge factor for this format because you see how long Imow has to sit and do that surgery before he can move again. And so, you know, every minute counts in this game. They only have 30 minutes for each map, and we are down to 18 on farmland. And so that all of that surgery time is a significant delay as he needs to run and find more of those kills. The Ruby knife part of the new skin package, that bundle in lucky draw in Arena Breakout, but I don't know. I think I'm a little more favorable to that tiger stripe sword that came out prior to it. So Imow reloading ammo into that fancy new magazine.
I didn't kill that bot by there.
He's been in this room here
I didn't kill that
in
guy.
Motel for quite a while now. He's got a death in front of him that he knows he's not responsible for. Maybe potentially other TAC Ops players at Motel with Imow. LittleB back into the game in his second game. Spawns at Grain Trade Center again. Going to take that same high ground vantage point in the building. Seems there are fewer guards here at Grain Trade Center this time. Maybe not quite as many opportunities for those early kills. Again, hitting the red stem. LittleB looking for that extra stamina, moving across the map as quickly as possible. He's going to clear out all of these guards, and then we'll see them move down this central road or generally down that road in order to minimize the travel time to Motel just to get into those PvP opportunities.
That guy almost killed me, chat.
LittleB taking some serious damage there with a broken leg. And that is where the guards can really do some damage, is when you're healing from one, you're super vulnerable if you get shot in that broken limb.
Don't worry about the graveyard spawn. T6, bro.
LittleB having to deal with all of that damage. Still with the broken leg. He's got painkillers in, but it's still dangerous to run around like that, as any damage to an already broken limb causes a near immediate death.
It's not, the point is not looting. And also, it's a regular farm. It's not really like, I don't think these guys are going to be coming with that guy loot. I'm pretty sure that guy had tier 4, tier 5 bullets. He almost one-shot me with T6, so.
And we just hear LittleB explaining that in this format, you will not see these players doing much looting, if any at all.
No idea where all these real players are.
Yeah, Imow seemingly behind the gunfight consistently here as he finds dead bodies as he moves across the map, but not in any significant TAC Ops PvP situations yet in this game. Imow scanning the horizon. Both of these players moving towards farm, and we see stables there in the distance. Another potential hotspot in this game. Pulling out the fancy ruby knife to sprint as quickly as possible. LittleB on the same route towards Motel as last game.
Motel, hopefully I can get the squad wipes on other guys over there on the other side. Oh, there's gunshots. That's what I love to hear. There's going to be a team Motel, it seems like.
Hearing gunshots in the distance, and there are spawn locations much closer to Motel, so LittleB may run up behind a team here as he approaches.
Ooh, okay.
Reloading his ammo, and with the amount of shooting these guys are going to do in this format, we expect that they're bringing quite a bit of extra ammo, and he's going to take every opportunity here to reload ammo where he doesn't see that much risk, although reloading like this out in the open is super dangerous, and so LittleB obviously taking the high risk, high reward
I swear I could run faster than that.
strat as he takes every opportunity, never stopping the movement. And this is one of the most key tactics in these timed formats, like I mentioned before, constantly moving, especially towards the sound of gunfire, and potentially under-geared TAC Ops player, or possibly a guard there on the high ground, but flowing through the gunfight and never slowing down your momentum will allow you to get through these games as quickly as possible. Based on that movement, that could potentially be a TAC Ops player just severely under-geared. A 0 to hero player will still be 5 points for LittleB if so.
Yeah.
So moving now towards the north side of Motel, in between stables and Motel, giving him an opportunity to look in any direction of the gunfight. Imow now going for the 0 backpack extract, this one being much closer to Motel, giving him an opportunity to reset the game and get back into another one with potentially more action,
to be honest.
and not even needing a backpack as the goal being entirely PvP. 13 minutes though still in this game. Now, Imow had 26 kills on his first game on Farmland last week, but not looking like he's getting the same opportunity
Where you guys at hiding, huh?
so far. LittleB nading in the top of motel. Clearly thinks that there's another team there. We've got closed doors and nothing looted. Really aggressive movement across motel right now for LittleB. Basically no regard for his own safety, trying to maximize every kill opportunity.
Where do you guys fights at?
Both players struggling to find the team fight they're looking for right now. And as he runs pretty recklessly through motel here, there are so many opportunities and angles he could be shot from. Out on the catwalk there and into the courtyard, he's got about 3 long distance angles he's exposing himself to right now. And so clearly LittleB prioritizing speed of movement over his own safety and not really having any struggles with that tactic so far. These guys both with just over 11 minutes now left in Farmland, and then right after Farmland, they'll be getting ready for this exact same pace of play in Valley, but both players expected to use a sniper rifle. So we'll see some of this movement technique potentially change, but I don't think we're going to see any either of these guys be any more careful than this throughout the games today. Everything quiet at stables so far for LittleB. This is one of the most popular camping spots right there in the corner. He's going to check the safe. And there, you do have the option to close all of these containers. And so if you hold that button down, oh, we've got a Tac Ops player behind the fence. LittleB now throwing the nade. A little bit shy of the fence. Not seeing a ton of footsteps. Hearing footsteps too much. We've got the players most likely retreating. LittleB going to push and wrap around to the right side here as he tries to corner this player on the other side of the fence. Hops up on the fence to peek. The player's still not in sight, and he may have already killed him there. He did. Looks like we've got him down. Checking for other players, checking for other threats.
There was just one guy.
Both Imow and LittleB running into solos more often than teams so far in Farmland.
There was gunshots over here. I'm gonna try to run over there and try to see if we can find somebody.
Both players at this point desperate for the gunfight, running as recklessly as they possibly can towards any gunshots they hear in the distance. LittleB now moving across the north side of Farmland. Much of this portion of the map looks to be already clear. So he's going to have to make a decision here with 9 minutes left, whether he makes a mad dash for the extraction to try and reset and get another game in, or if he pursues a potential gunfight on this game.
Where are all the players at, my boy? Someone just killed all the bots on this side, so it's kind of like rough going this side here.
LittleB now continuing to move across the north side of the map, likely going to go for an extraction here pretty quickly if he can't find a gunfight. Both players pretty much constantly keeping the painkillers on, and really what they're doing, hitting those painkillers before each gunfight, is that in the gunfight, if you get one of your legs broken in the gunfight, you immediately can no longer run. If you've got painkillers on prior to that, and then those legs get blacked out, you can still sprint and recover. But even with painkillers on, if you take any damage, any fall damage whatsoever with those blacked out legs, that will kill you. Imow now clearing more guards in Grain Trade Center. Just over 7 minutes left in this game. He's going to have to hurry very quickly, get these gunfights done, take every opportunity to kill these guards. Because at this point on farmland, neither player having significant team versus team PvP opportunities. A couple of TAC Ops kills here and there for both, but no significant gunfights. And so Imow needing to take every opportunity to stack up those points by killing every guard he can find on the map right now.
Where did they spawn? Anybody know where these guys spawned?
There are 3 potential spawns on that side of the map, back in that far western corner. And Imow looking for an opportunity here, hoping that he can catch someone off the spawn pretty early, but seeing nothing so far.
No shot, bro.
At this point, both players doing plenty to draw attention to themselves, but Imow coming up empty on teams spawn near him early in this game. 6.5 minutes left.
All right, how long's left?
He's going to need to move all the way across the map to get to this extraction. The potential of a middle of the map southern extraction point there, it's going to cost them 3,000 coin to hit that extraction. So if he's got the cash, he has the potential for a closer extraction, but he's still got quite a ways to move across the map. LittleB closer to his extraction point here as we go under 6 minutes in our farmland.
This is for sure a player in here.
Our farmland round. Looks like he's got a potential
That
covert ops player. He's gonna, yeah, that's definitely a covert ops player, but he's gonna have to deal with the threat of moving into a room that's darked out enough to have difficulty finding those players quickly.
Where you running at, my boy?
Clears through the bottom floor here. Chases this player all the way around, and with him going down like that, that is an indicator that he has teammates on the map. He's able to drop another player. LittleB not slowing down for anything as he mows through these players, checking. Looks like that is a covert ops player.
Nah, no shot, bruh. No shot. Dude, that guy outside had to be a player. If there's not, bro, that's depression, man. That is depression.
Unfortunate for LittleB, thinking he's going to get 5 points with each of those kills. Much more likely that those are both covert ops players, worth the same as the AI guards on the map. Imow now in motel, 4.5 minutes left on his timer, and he's going to have to successfully get off the map somehow, whether it's dying or extracting, in order for these kills to count. So it's going to take every last minute to try and stack up these kills. But with those guards firing, clearly in a gunfight with someone else, he might lose kill opportunities there unless he gets on it quickly. But that gunfight, an indicator there may be another TAC Ops team nearby. Significant scoring opportunities here for Imow. Easily takes out those with headshots. Headshots again. Missing more often than we expect him to, but he downs all of those guards. LittleB continuing to get the kills as he moves towards the extraction. Under 4 minutes now left in this game. Headshot after headshot as he moves across the map to the east here on farmland.
Extract camping.
Got to be careful about those extraction campers. At this point, LittleB hoping a team is camping the extraction, because 4 players is an opportunity at 20 points for him at this point.
Go to storage. Maybe there's some bots spawn in storage here.
LittleB going to take a detour, knowing he's got 3.5 minutes left now. Not enough time for another game, but enough time to try and clear this portion of the map of any remaining AI guards. Imow still near motel, leaving to the north, potential extraction point of the north side of this map, but still more gunfight opportunity. Looks like he's chasing down a Tac Ops team. Player moves from his right to left. They're going to have a gunfight in the street here. More shots. Imow downs the first. LittleB continues to get opportunities on these guards, adding a couple more points to his total. Now down to 2.5 minutes. If he's not careful and he mistimes this, it's going to be a tough day dealing with losing those kills. But he turns around, heads towards the extraction point. LittleB going to not get those kills in the bank. And after our farmland round, we'll have an update on the score, see what the gap is, see who is in the lead going into Valley. Both players getting what seems to be a pretty easy warm-up on farmland at this point. Not a lot of struggles other than Imow dying off spawn in that first game. I'm going to be interested to see what that story was. He died so quickly in game one. I mean, we see him right now clearing across all of these guards. No missed shots. And I want to see what the story is of that death right off of the spawn in game one, because we haven't seen anything else resembling a serious threat to these guys since that point. Imow now with 90 seconds left. He's either got to die or extract to get these points for these kills in the bank. He does have opportunities at close extracts, but remember, many of those extracts towards the center of the map do not activate until 10 minutes in the game. And so he still has just under 3 minutes before those extracts activate, yet he only has 1 minute left on this timer.
There's another Breakout.
Another kill for Imow, but will it count?
There might be one more lying around here somewhere, to be honest.
Less than 1 minute left. He is really
1 minute and 30 seconds.
He's cutting it close here
to
try and get every single available point. Imow now still chasing down one more kill. 32 seconds left. Imow's chasing ghosts. Less than 10 seconds left.
How long's left?
Oh no. As the timer runs out, we are going to be headed back so that these players can get ready for Valley. But Imow looking like that last game will not be points in the bank. Both players going after the PvP, but not having as many opportunities at bigger team fights as compared to last week. Imow had 26 kills in his first game last week, like I mentioned before, and I don't think either player really got that same opportunity with the routes they chose and the other teams that were on the map here on farmland. Now that's normal farmland. We'll call that a warm-up for these players, because as they go into Valley and then especially on Armory, there will be no shortage of threats. Imow with the clock running out in that last game. Now remember, they have to be off the map somehow for those kills to count. They're going to need and so we'll see the updated scores here in just a moment, with 5 points for each of those Tac Ops player kills and 1 point for Covert Ops and AI kills on the map. So we'll get that update on the score as they submit their screenshots, as all of that is verified, and then we will have our first score, and we'll see who is in the lead. Imow taking a pretty significant lead out of the first game last week. Sanho closing the gap throughout the rest of the matches, but it did not do enough. He came up short there, with Imow sneaking out with a win over Sanho by, I believe, 12 points. And so that early lead, especially if you can open up a significant early lead, is a huge factor in this format, because the difficulty of the map only progresses from here. Valley, not on lockdown zone, does present some more threats compared to Farmland because it is much more open. There are many more angles that you can be fired on from. And then Armory with those guards that are significantly tuned up, and the threat of the high gear and high level ammo from these other teams. So as they get ready for Valley, we're going to have our score updates, our recap, and then we are going to get into the Valley games with both of these players. Again, 30 minutes on the clock, and they can iterate as many games as they want, as long as, like we saw, you have to be off the map as that 30-minute timer runs out in order to get credit for those kills. And so we're waiting on the recap and those score updates, and then both players switching to their sniper loadouts, going for that long-range effectiveness on Valley. And having seen these first games, I'm interested to hear from the chat, who do you think's in the lead? Who do you think had the better go on Farmland? Obviously, Imow having the only death with that first game spawn death. But other than that, smooth runs for both of these players. Maybe not quite as many TAC Ops PvP opportunities as we'd like to see, but both essentially clearing the map of guards every single time. So yeah, we've got LittleB as our only consideration for who's winning here, and I think he had a little bit more he had a better route as he went across the map there. He chose to stay mostly in the center of the map and look left and right as he moved. And so if I'm guessing, he's got probably a little bit more opportunity for the kill as a result of that style. But both players consistently, as we expect, on Farmland, always going for Motel, always going after where, you know, you hope those other teams will be. But Motel also presenting usually the best opportunity for high volume bot kills. So while Northridge may be our, you know, most appealing sniper map because of the ultra long range there, Valley has varying terrain, right? And so with that cliff in front of Villa on Valley, that presents a significant sniping opportunity for both of these players. And that cliff overlooks the Villa and Valley Village. And, you know, in Villa, there are multiple safes. There's a high likelihood of other teams being in that area. And so with both of these players likely going to be picking up the sniper rifle here, I expect to see them to, you know, use that terrain advantage, use that high ground to have the most opportunities to kind of maximize the effectiveness of the range of that weapon, as also also with having the best potential fields of fire across the entire southern portion of the map to give themselves, you know, the most opportunity for those kills. So, and you know, the choice in sniper rifle is always debated here. I think that the best snipers in the game are difficult to put your finger on. The AX50 is a beast, but that thing is so heavy that, you know, you have to bring those blue stem shots just to run around the map. Whereas, you know, the Mosin has access to that level 7 ammo, that easy one-shot kill ammo, but it's got very, very slow ADS. And then we've got the rest of the set of snipers that you can pick from with varying degrees of capability. And so that's what I'm most interested in. Both of these guys with their sniping experience and what weapon they're going to pick. So we're going to take a look at the recap from Farmland, get a chance to take a look at the updated scores and see who's in the lead. Imow with 50 kills and LittleB with 49 kills. They are neck and neck and only 1 point apart after Farmland. Imow with 82 points, LittleB with 81. This is kind of what I was hoping to see, but this is what makes it exciting. Without a major point differential after round 1, obviously a neck and neck competition, Valley becomes even more important to get as many kills as possible, because you never know what kind of adversity both of these players are going to run into on Armory. So an exciting first round, and, you know, both players struggling seemingly exactly the same amount with how many TAC Ops, you know, gunfight opportunities there are, but both taking every opportunity to clear the guards off of those points of interest and really stack up as many kills as they possibly could. We're going to take a look at the highlights from game 1 now. see what some of those kills look like, and maybe see some of the TAC Ops engagements, with LittleB opening his first game with seemingly endless guards and going up to a pretty quick lead after Imow's death in game 1, but then Imow having plenty of opportunities to close the lead, catch right back up. And this was the story for games on farmland for both of these players, with both TAC Ops and Covert Ops player there. Imow with the knife kill. Headshots left and right from both players, and quite a few successful extractions in our farmland round. And this gunfight, you know, with the boss squad and with some of those AI, was really the only time we saw either player have to pause, have to do a lot of healing. But in the end, Imow being able to hold it together using some of those alternate spawns and ends farmland 1 point up over LittleB. That's a pretty significant comeback after a death, and keeps it very close going into this next game. Almost dying there in the middle of the street, and that was the death we saw in that first game. He spawned on the east side of the map where some of those spawn points are very close to each other, went straight into a PvP situation and got picked up from the side by a player camping there in the shadow. Plenty of action on farmland for both players, but a lot of that action, a lot of those gunfights were with guards on those points of interest. A couple of TAC Ops opportunities, but some significant scoring. 81 points for LittleB, 82 points for Imow after this first round on farmland. They should be ready for their games on Valley with those sniper loadouts all set here in just a few minutes. And as soon as they are ready, we're going to hop into the games on Valley with Imow and LittleB. You know, and with that sniper, I'm not sure whether you would really prefer a spawn point right near Villa, or whether you'd actually prefer to spawn on the middle of the north side of the map. Because with both of these players choosing a sniper rifle, you know, I expect that they're going to take a beeline straight for that high ground, that cliff area near RV camp, and use that high ground and all of that field of view to their maximum advantage. So with the sniper rifle, some of that advantage is taken away if you spawn all the way in down on the low ground up near Valley Villa, close to that area of the map. While that puts you closer to the point of interest with the most PvP, I don't think it allows them to maximize their range and that effectiveness with the sniper rifle. So we'll see. We'll be jumping into the games here on Valley in just a second, and we will see what that first spawn point looks like for both of these players and how they try and take advantage of the long-range weapon. All right, Imow now spawning. Looks like on the north side of the map. He's got the knife out to run as quickly as possible, but he's going to be checking the horizon constantly, because Valley is a open range type of map. There's lots of kind of when you look at the horizon and how far you can see, it's just farther away. There's more field of view throughout the map on Valley. We see LittleB here as well with the sniper, checking every long range lane, hoping to see a team try and cross the road. And that's exactly what we see. LittleB takes the shot. Looks like he hit, but not sure if he got the kill.
How?
Takes another shot. Player's still up.
He ate that.
He doesn't miss.
Like a champ.
That
Those
player
are M2s
seemingly
as well.
doesn't die either.
If I die chasing this kill, I'm gonna
LittleB
be
taking
depressed.
no damage so far, but he knows that player is up there behind those vehicles, probably healing after taking 2 sniper rounds.
So I'm going in for the finish.
He gets out the troll
He's
pistol,
one shot.
the dum-dum rounds. Imow, all of the long-range opportunities against another TAC Ops team. They're under-geared, and he seemingly finally gets a headshot there. Downs the second one, and downs the third. They line up for him. I feel like those are TAC Ops players that just went 0 to hero on this game, giving Imow opportunities for easy kills. We left LittleB with a potential attempted rush there, but he may have gotten the easy kill. Imow now running towards every gunfight opportunity, trying to pick up a long distance lane, an angle on these players in the direction of gunfire there. LittleB still looking for this player with the pistol out.
Oh shit, it's not a good position, chat.
Now that tower, while it provides a great vantage point, is super exposed and puts you at risk, but
this guy's the real player right here.
Still chasing this player down. Getting shot at by the bot on the high ground.
Let's go, my boy. Where you running, huh?
LittleB with the spray and pray. Looks like he downed him. Oh, still up. How's this guy still up? He's a bullet sponge and he finally goes down. Unbelievable. That player took probably 20 rounds before he finally dropped.
Pretty sure
LittleB
the guy that I hit in the
stacking up another 5 points.
Rounds. I don't know how he didn't die.
Imow looking long range. Here's a big gunfight right now, but unable to see anyone yet. Takes out one guard at close range and another. Imow seemingly not able to miss with this weapon.
All right, boys.
Super exposed on the high ground right now, but that's what's given him the opportunity.
We know that there's players
long range snipe,
in
making it look easy.
This direction, so
LittleB taking the same tactic here, taking the high ground whenever possible, looking for any movement anywhere. Getting close to the gunshots now. Those are very, very close. So he's going to have to be careful as he peeks over this ridgeline. Those shots over in between Valley Village and Villa. Looks like he may have another TAC Ops team in Villa right now. Smokes another player with that Glock 18. He's either got AP 6.3 or dum-dum rounds in that thing, and it is an absolutely vicious weapon. Peeks the rock, drops another with a sniper rifle. LittleB's movement looking smooth, looking confident right now. That Glock 18 with such a fast fire rate. That weapon is so dangerous in close range gunfights and may be the perfect complement to a sniper rifle. Because carrying a sniper rifle and an SMG or AR just gets too heavy, limits your weight bearing capacity for loot far too early in the game. But that Glock 18, that lightweight pistol offering a near perfect alternative to an SMG with its fast fire rate, some attachments that maybe give it a little bit of extra range, but we see LittleB with that thing using it effectively at near mid-range. Imow now running from the northeast side of the map. Looking straight down at, I believe, Valley Village. He's going to clear some bots off of this high ground. This is the high ground sniping opportunity we expected.
Trailer.
Going to run over to RV camp here shortly. He's got footsteps below him, quite a few. All of these guards down in front of Valley Village. Both players stacking up the kills. I think this is the highest kill pace we've seen in this event format so far. These snipers really actually speeding up the opportunities there. Oh, Imow taking huge damage from a Tac Ops player in RV camp. Still elects to stay out in the open, actually taking far less damage than we expected. He got shot several times, but given how definitely a Tac Ops player here, throws the smoke, provides himself some concealment so Imow cannot see him where he was. Looks like he's gonna try and get out of that vulnerable position, but Imow covering the lane with the sniper here, putting on those painkillers so that if he does get shot, his movement isn't limited.
Oh, I don't get these M2 rounds, dude. These M2 rounds be hit marking bots and stuff. Like, bro, like, are you serious, man? Like,
LittleB frustrated with the rounds and the weapon right now. These guys having so many opportunities for gunfights. We're switching back and forth quickly. Imow still aggressively moving up, taking shots again. Gonna take a shot through the window here. Try and limit how much of his body he exposes to the enemy. Takes one down with a shot on the high ground. And takes another one down with perfect maneuver, takes the high ground, gets an angle on him, and this is the kind of aggressive offensive maneuver that keeps the other team on their heels, keeps them guessing. And Imow with a couple of easy kills on that team, quick scoping with the sniper and having no problems whatsoever.
I'm not too sure where the fourth player is. If there was a fourth player or not.
Suspecting there's one more player on this team, but not hearing any footsteps nearby. Potentially a short team there, but Imow dealing with them in short order as he quickscopes, maneuvers, continues to quickscope. AI guard kills.
Collateral?
Very, very easy. His LittleB has an opportunity for a 2-bot collateral, but not carrying the kind of ammo that's able to pull that off. Goes for the no-scope, unsuccessful, taking significant shots from this guard.
I hear shots, man. Do I want to go for it? I'll go for it, I guess.
LittleB asking if there was ever a question on whether or not he would go for the gunfight. Sprints in the direction of those shots. That deadly Glock 18 automatic pistol with the drum mag out. Crazy visibility from this position, but still not able to see anyone yet. And the zoom on the optic that he has is going to give him the ability to see significantly longer distances. Imow now making his way towards some high ground here. He does have a broken arm. He's got some damage, but with painkillers on, he is not stopping to take the time to heal just yet. He's got to be careful. If he falls incorrectly down this cliff, all right, he successfully makes it down the cliff. That's a very dangerous move if he had had a broken leg versus a broken arm. But Imow knowing exactly where the parkour spots are on this map.
Another match in after this.
Takes no fall damage and continues his sprint towards Villa. Ladies and gentlemen, if we're going to see a 360 no-scope from anyone today, it will be one of those... excuse me. If we're going to see a 360 no-scope from anyone in this competition, it'll be one of our competitors today. We know LittleB's capable of that. I've seen him do it in this game before. And so now Imow, potentially a boss squad, but plenty of opportunity there, taking shots from behind. Stays in the pocket and turns for the kill, but took significant damage in that fight. He's just lucky he wasn't shot in his already broken arm. He's going to stop to heal here. He's going to need to refresh those painkillers as well, and may choose to wait on the surgery until after he's cleared some more of this threat. High risk taking the gunfight with broken limbs here. He's got too many footsteps indicators around him to be able to sit comfortably as these guards approach his position. Stays in the pocket again, but again is nearly dead. Vision compromised. 3 body parts blacked out. The rest almost at 0. Imow pulls back behind the wall. Elects to take a much more secure position to spend the time healing here. These boss squads are no joke, and this is a much better defensive position for Imow with that brick wall head glitch.
Oh, but there's no extra campers, please. Not a
LittleB now moving towards his extraction point. These Valley games taking a little bit longer with much more ground to cover when compared to farmland to get to the extraction. LittleB now extracting with 16 minutes left in this round. And Imow going head-to-head with the bot squad. No opportunity to maximize the effective range of his weapon system, so his quickscopes had better be on point as these guards do not miss. And they're lined up in a huge group. Miraculously doesn't take any damage as he peeks that. He's got guards coming from 3 directions to assault his position, and he again elects to pull back in order to clear some of these. This potentially covert ops player, definitely a covert ops player. He's able to down him with the sniper rifle. A clean shot to the chest. Drops another. And Imow goes down with 3 blacked out body parts there in the gunfight. So much risk in attempting to take those gunfights with broken limbs. One more bullet to that limb and it is game over. And that is what we saw, although he had quite a few kills in that game that will go on the board. And so Imow with 14 minutes and 52 seconds left on the timer, looking to reset as quickly as possible. 23 kills in that game with his U.S. Army Cav Scout looking hat on. Imow bringing some style as well as some aim and accuracy into this, but not enough to withstand that boss squad at Villa. Looking to reset. He's got several AR-30s ready to go. He's finalizing and refining the loadout here, the build of that gun, but he's got almost 14 minutes, a little bit more than 14 minutes left to go. Just cycling that level 4 and level 5 armor here. LittleB spawning in as well. Both of these players starting game 2 at nearly the same time. And so looking like 2 games each is all we will see.
Nice little juicy spawn. We can get the sniper hell early and just snipe some kids here. Nice little spawn. We literally just spawned literally on top of the map.
LittleB pleased with the spawn because it's going to give him easy access to the high ground near RV camp and plenty of sniping opportunities.
Let's start running, my guy.
LittleB running into some 0 to hero TAC Ops players. Getting more opportunity for kills than he expected here at RV camp. He's going to be looking towards Villa here for the first time with his sniper. Takes him out from the high ground with that Glock 18. That pistol with the drum mag and the right kind of ammo, either AP 6.3 or Dum Dum, is clearly at least as effective, if not more so, than many of the submachine guns in this game. Imow now, that laterally running target, one of the most difficult shots in the game, hits but doesn't drop him, and finally gets a chance after about 10,000 coin in ammo. He finally drops the last one there, but these guys cycling through the kills as they maneuver across the valley map. LittleB on a run towards Villa. 11 minutes and 20 seconds left in this round.
I'm going in, boys. These guys are taking all the kills.
He's gonna rush it. He doesn't want to lose the opportunity at the kills, and he needs to get every opportunity at a gunfight with TAC Ops players with only 11 minutes left in this round. Clears some of the guards at the front of Villa. Continues to move across, clearing every guard that could compromise his position as he tries to approach this TAC Ops team.
How long left? 14 minutes.
Imow now electing to
was that
heal.
lag?
Understands that he's past the halfway point for sure. And remember, there are some slight delay issues between the players, their delay, and so I just want to caution people that that there could be some slight seconds in between these players and the timer. And so, but with his understanding of the time, we want to make sure that Imow keeps an eye on that clock. LittleB taking some long range shots, potentially. That's definitely a guard after taking the first shot and not retreating.
Bet. Take those dog tags. Buy those dog tags, my boy.
Picking up the dog tags. That
extract
Villa
that way.
extraction having various requirements depending on a boss squad or other events, but on this map right now, LittleB needs to pick up 3 dog tags in order to use that extraction, which is absolutely a smart move. Going to be one of the closest extraction opportunities.
Oh, hell no,
shooting
chill.
fish in a barrel with these guards across the open area of the map right now, downing one after the other.
Oh, there's somebody there. Oh, my
LittleB with his
boys!
4th kill now in this engagement. All of the guards, all of these AI bots showing up for LittleB, giving him opportunities to add a point to the time, at a point at a time to his score.
There was guys going up to sniper hills.
Out in the
I'm
open,
really worried
looking
about
for
sniper hills.
any opportunity for additional sniper targets. Imow continues to clear through this area around RV camp.
How long's left? 9 minutes. Got 9 minutes.
He's got just under 9 minutes left in
nothing here.
This valley half hour.
We're going straight back.
He's going to have to move very, very quickly.
No
he may identify that same opportunity to extract from the helicopter pad at Villa. And really, with 8.5 minutes left, that route straight towards Villa with a check from the high ground is likely the most efficient path to as many gunfights as possible. See some targets in Valley Village.
Please, Scav, show yourself.
He knows there's at least one more down there in Village, but he can't see. It looks like they've stopped behind one of the buildings. Long range shots on these AI. Imow's going to continue to move across this high ground, get a couple more vantage points, but then he's going to sprint down in to Villa. LittleB waiting for the stamina to catch up so he can hop the wall. Elects to go around here. But he's going to be pushing into Villa with 7.5 minutes left.
I should have got the other dog tag where the guy was up there as well. Damn.
Going back to collect dog tags, making sure he has the 3 required for the extract.
Actually, we're actually close to extraction anyways. We can just try chilling. That's what these guys
Yeah,
are.
he's going to decide to not go on that scavenger hunt for dog tags. Head towards one of the other extractions. Constantly keeps those painkillers in. And if you're going to be popping painkillers the entire game like this, get that little bit more saturation in the color on the screen, as well as limit the chances that your mobility is compromised by injury. You're going to have to carry quite a bit of those energy drinks, quite a few energy drinks to keep up with how that those painkillers dehydrate you, make you hungry, and just more aspects of realism in this game and more things that these players have to constantly be thinking about with their load plan and the order and rate at which they use those supplies throughout the game.
I gotta stop carrying the X50. It's too freaking heavy, man. Oh, I see a guy. I see him. Ooh. That's one.
LittleB drops one TAC Ops player at distance, takes a shot at the second, but slightly behind him. He's likely going to pursue that team. Imow now, again, struggling with bots. The knife fight skills. He continues to slash and stab and finally drops the bot. In garage with him, turns around with the quick scope. Imow clearing through Villa, but having plenty of speed bumps along the way. You got to love a knife fight in the garage. Imow taking almost no damage there, surprisingly. A little bit more effective this time around without the onslaught from that boss squad. Remember, kids, don't do drugs unless it's painkillers in-game just prior to the gunfight. Imow now running towards any voice lines, any footsteps he can find. Both of these players now approaching 5 minutes left on the timer. Imow goes down. He sees the TAC Ops player crest the horizon there, come up onto the high ground, and he was just simply more exposed. Had one shot with the sniper, and it wasn't quite enough. Those kills are in the bank, but he may have an opportunity to hop on a map, try and get some kills, and maybe add a couple of points in the last 4.5 minutes of this time slot.
Come on, game. I just take a normal helmet, one of those. Shitty headphones, don't even care.
Quick reload. He's going to use the cheap gear here.
What we got here?
May deviate from the snipers only tactic he is with that AK-102. And we may see Imow on a 3.5 minute sprint for glory. Quickly reloads, one of the fastest resets we've seen in this game, and he's right back into the game. 3 minutes and 48 seconds left on the clock when he queued. Imow is in a rush for kills on this. He's going to basically have to sprint from spawn to extraction while getting kills along the way. And with 1 point in between these players after farmland, every single kill opportunity matters. LittleB back into the game as well with 3.5 minutes left. Both of these players in what will basically be a sprint across the map. He has a long distance to go to get to the extraction.
Run, bro, run. 5 minutes left, my boy. We gotta just get.
We've got LittleB in the running simulator right now. He's going to be sprinting across the map. May not have enough time, but he's going to make every effort here to get as many more kills on this map as possible. We had the action at the end of LittleB's game and at the end of Imow's game going on at exactly the same time. And so we'll be able to get a view of that in the highlights. But this looks like potentially a squad of 3 ungeared players supported by 1 player with gear. LittleB's got to take out the player with the helmet on first. The player with likely to present the most danger here. Giving them a chance. They've all gotten a chance to take some cover, but then put themselves right out in the open again. LittleB hitting shot after shot and dropping these players. Finally gets a headshot on the geared player.
What is that? What was that? What the?
This team not knowing how to deal with the sniper pressure from LittleB on the high ground. LittleB very quickly able to drop level 30 players. Only one with any gear or significant threat with the weapon. An ideal situation for LittleB, but he has 1 minute and 50 seconds left. And you see the difference in the saturation on the screen, the color saturation that those painkillers bring. With Imow without painkillers on right now, and LittleB running them constantly throughout this competition. Imow with the quick turn here. But again, just over 1 minute left for both of these players. Shooting fish in a barrel on his sprint towards the extraction.
All right, get me out. Get me out.
And that death may be a blessing in disguise as Imow dies again, but able to add some more points to his total. He is off the map through death or extraction. LittleB now also taking shots to the face from the inside of the building at RV camp. Both players successfully off the map with the word successfully maybe not the best word there. We're going to be pulling back. We're going to talk about these Valley games and what we saw, and then get into a wrap up and a score update. Plenty more risk. We saw quite a few more deaths on Valley than we saw on Farmland, but next up we have Armory, and that ratchets up the concern with those guards, right? The guards are far more effective. There's less time delay on when they open fire, and their shots are deadly accurate. And so we have not seen either player have to deal with any tough AI or any difficulty with those guards up to this point, but both players running into geared TAC Ops players on Valley, and both players suffering at least one or more deaths. So we've got a close game with only 1 point between these players after Farmland, and we're going to get our score calculated and updated here on the screen to see if we've got a change in the lead. We'll see if we have Imow opening up a point gap, but a very close game on both sides. And really what it comes down to on Farmland was opportunity for the gunfight. And then when we get into Valley, it's all about managing the gunfights that you had the opportunity for. So both of these players not really short on opportunities for targets, getting into gunfights, but both players maybe getting in a little too deep in certain gunfight situations, and a death taking away some of that, the rest of that opportunity to stack up those points with those kills. So a little bit more conflict on Valley than we saw on Farmland, and then headed into Armory here pretty soon, we will see all of that ratcheted up to 11. Now, we're going to be taking a 10-minute break here in a minute, so that these players have a little bit of extra time to get ready for Armory, as well as take a quick break before they get into the most contentious map of this competition. Thanks for sticking with us so far, and I want to see in the chat not who you think's going to win, but who you are rooting for in this game. All right, we are going to go to our 10-minute break. When we get back, we will have the highlights from Valley, an update on the score. We will see who is in the lead. Only 1 point between them after Farmland. We're going to calculate those results. We're going to take it to a break right now, and we will see you back here in 10 minutes for the final round of the competition today. Getting ready for Armory. Here we go.
Yeah, go on. Don't waste your breath. Shit.
Get back bastards came, guns blazing. And they expect us to bow down? This? What you're fighting for? Here's my answer! A bullet! I fight you tooth and nail! Are we gonna let them leave fully loaded? No! Let them come, if they dare, and pay with their lives! Let them see our anger! Feel our pride! Show them who Kimona really belongs to! I will fight for her until the end.
This one got fucked up real bad. Hey, boss. Check this out.
Let me see that.
Body's so warm. They might be close.
Nice optics. Extraction point's 2 clicks ahead. Let's go, ladies.
Sniper, second floor.
Get that motherfucker.
Set! I'm out! Go, 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 go! Set!
Fuck! Oh shit, that was close.
Arena Breakout is like literally the first proper true next-gen mobile first-person shooter.
just overall, there's a lot of customability and just uniqueness that, like I said, we haven't seen in other types of shooters before.
What I like most about Arena Breakout is the healing system, how you're able to use painkillers, surgical kits, and adrenalines to treat yourself.
I'm an ex-military soldier, so being in that mindset again feels absolutely amazing.
It actually speaks a lot for how polished Arena Breakout is, because I don't play a lot of mobile games and stuff like that, and the fact that I was able to dive into this one, it was so comfortable.
Dude, we got him! Let's go!
And so just take that time to learn it all and just be patient with it, because you're not going to pick it up immediately, but once you do, it's going to be a blast.
Just go and play the game. You will die a lot, but that's how you learn things.
Take it a little bit slower than you would the other games, because like I said, it's high risk, high reward.
The enemy in the south are stuck fast. They won't dare move a half-step north anytime soon. They pissed all over our sacrifice. So many of our brothers gone. Even our warship, the King, who fought with us through hell or high water. Scuttled, shredded, rotting at the bottom of the sea.
Calling out content creators from around the world to join our Golden Lions Legion, a platform created by Arena Breakout to showcase the fantastic work of our talented creators. During our global beta, we were very happy to see the outstanding content produced by over 4,000 content creators from around the world. We'd like to express our sincere thanks to the creators who have come with us along the way. Creators can participate in this latest event via YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and other platforms for exclusive rewards. You might be wondering, what exactly is the Golden Lions Legion? Breaking out of the Dark Zone with a pile of gold is not just an in-game objective, but a very real opportunity for our content creators. Rewards include game items, including valuable full bundles, bonds, elite membership status, as well as exclusive in-game titles for our creators. In addition, you'll also have the chance to win 1 million Coin for your fans. The Golden Lions Legion program also offers content creators with incentives and official support. The incentive structure includes rewards for content submissions and views and likes. Content submission rewards take the form of cash, and the more followers or fans you have on a single platform, the greater your rewards. View and like rewards are based on the number of views and likes you get on your content. You'll also receive official support along the way, like bond giveaways to help boost traffic and view counts. This means that you can be an emerging star or even a mega celebrity with the Golden Lions Legion program. Creators with the Golden Lions Legion will also have access to an exciting array of tournaments. You can take part in individual challenges, bring followers to enter, and compete in official creator tournaments for wild showdowns. Join the Golden Lions Legion today and break out of the dark zone with a pile of gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We've got our 10-minute break. I refilled the glass of water. We're ready to go. And these players will be hopping into Armory here any second. And we've got a recap of our Valley games, an update to the score. As always, I am Modsix. I am here as your solo caster for these events. And I love speaking to the realism in this game because you know, I have 10 years of experience as an Army officer. I was an infantry officer with a few combat deployments, and I've used many of the weapon systems, nearly all of the weapon systems in this game in real life, whether it's at the range, in training, whatever the case is. And so, you know, I've had the opportunity to give the development team input on many of these weapon systems and all of the details around it. And my experience in doing that is that, you know, they are deeply obsessed with making sure that this is as accurate and realistic a representation of this military equipment as possible. The development team had me bring them to the LA Gun Club and fire these weapons so that they could feel the recoil themselves and truly understand how to incorporate that into the game. So we're going to get into the Valley recap, see some highlights, and see this updated score. I'm excited to see if we have a change in the lead. We have LittleB. This is outrageous how close these games are right now. We have LittleB with 44 kills, but a couple more TAC Ops kills on Valley. And then Imow with 43 kills, 99 points to LittleB's 108 points. And this is the tightest head-to-head matchup that we have seen so far. LittleB pulling out in front, now in the lead by 8 points total. And I think, you know, Imow had, you know, getting bogged down by that boss squad in Villa may have had an impact, but realistically both players were going after it the entire time, really putting it out there to get these kills. And this game is insanely close. Let's take a look at some highlights from our games on Valley. We see this team or group of guards, not sure which, line up for Imow there. And then Imow with the close range quick scopes. This dude, when he was under pressure, would stay in the pocket and finish the kill each time, racking up those points. LittleB putting that Glock 18 to use throughout the entire round on Valley. And we saw the level of skill put into the maneuver, finding new angles on these players, and constantly maintaining that offensive momentum. Imow, another example of staying in the pocket to get the kill, but this boss squad, all of those AI with all of those higher tier ammo on the boss squad and 0 delay in when they begin to fire. Both players dealing with a few deaths, but having all sorts of long range kill opportunities, and with the accuracy that both players have demonstrated throughout these games, having no real issues with any of those long-range kills. Imow going after it with multiple different knife fights so far today. That one in Garage getting crazy. And then we see the tragedy of the snipes.
Yeah, I'm so stupid.
He's proned there and gets headshot from a distance. Both players experiencing deaths, but both players really outplaying these other teams at every opportunity. Now we've got a close game. LittleB only up by 8 points. Feasibly, that is only a 2-kill difference between these players. And at this point, the actual number of kills, I believe, is the exact same. Both players with the same number of kills through 2 rounds, only 8 points in between them on the total. And we've got a crazy close game going into Armory. And what we really haven't seen up to this point in this Golden Lions Legion series is where definitively Armory will be the deciding factor in who wins this overall game today. So they're going to have 30 minutes on Armory. Again, an opportunity to iterate that as quickly as possible. And you can get off of Armory pretty quickly, but if these players get stuck in and get bogged down in the bunker, that is what will slow down their progress significantly. And if you play Armory regularly, you absolutely know there's a risk of getting bogged down in that building. So we've got our second set of CD keys coming up. These are the codes you redeem in-game. Open up your game. There they are right there below me. 5 keys that will get you that upgraded gear, that armor, that helmet, weapon, maybe some ammo, that upgraded gear that allow you to hop into Armory as you're about to see these guys do here in just a minute. So there's 5 of them. They are one-time use only, so you gotta be quick. We're going to be hopping in to the game on Armory as soon as both of these players are on the map. They should be queuing in as we speak. So we'll have a couple of minutes here and then hop right into the game on Armory. And going back to what I was talking about with the obsession that this development team has with making the most tactically realistic mobile game, the conversations that I've had with them about how the night vision should work on night mode, and really the detailed questions that they ask about this, as well as the details of how grenades sound when you hear them in real life versus when you hear a recording of that sound, right? In many of these loud noises, there's a difference there, and they're so interested in the nuance of how this stuff sounds and is experienced in real life. And so I love that attention to detail that we see reflected in the game that we're having a great time playing and that we see these guys competing on today. So we're going to get into these games on Armory as quickly as possible here, and we will see all of the hectic gunfights associated with this map. Armory, a map with plenty of opportunity for kills, but also plenty of danger. We hop right in with Imow as he is taking out these guards at a distance. He's going to want to keep his distance whenever there's the opportunity because they're so quick. They have no delay on when they fire, and he's already activated the tank side entrance to bunker here, waiting on that door to open. And as soon as you activate that door, those guards know where you are. They know which door has been activated, and they are coming for you. Already needing to reload those mags. Stopping the reload early to make sure he catches these guards as they run up. And the potential that may have been a TAC Ops player with the pace that he ran up there. The door now open. Imow going to make his entry into the bunker here on the tank side. And he's moving pretty quickly here. He's keeping his momentum up throughout this game so far. So he's able to make significant progress less than 3 minutes in. LittleB we see outside of bunker still, over on the hospital side. LittleB stays on those painkillers to make sure he never has any risk of losing mobility in a gunfight. Now we can only hope that these players are in the same lobby. LittleB having activated that hole in the wall entrance, and he's going to stay outside here, clearing any bots that approach his position to maximize his opportunity for points and to limit how close these guards can push his position, because the closer they are, the more deadly they are with their zero
pissed me off, dude.
delay and high accuracy. He's back into the room here. He's going to check the timer on the door, but he's constantly going to be moving around here. This head glitch, this hop up, does not allow you entry, but does allow you an opportunity to clear some of the threat. As we've seen in previous iterations of this competition, the threat on that door when these players go to open the door is significant. Those guards stack up on the door, and you want to be able to clear all of that so you're not in an ultra close range CQB type of gunfight with 6 or 7 of those very deadly bunker guards. We see LittleB in tip-top level 6 armor, high-level ammo in what is either an M4 or an H4 there. Electing to use the combination of the 1x and 3.5x optics.
Oh my god.
Waiting on this door to open as he reloads his ammo.
Alright, here we go.
Huge advantage only having to deal with one guard as he opens the door there. Deals with the second one further down the hallway, and LittleB has entered into bunker. We have both players in bunker now. Still not sure if they're in the same lobby. There's still a possibility. We haven't ruled out the fact that they could be in the bunker together. But LittleB now seeing and hearing all of those footsteps around his location, experiencing a little bit of lag there, but able to get the headshot and finish the gunfight. Not taking too much damage. Continuing to drop these guards here with headshots. One after the other. Plenty of opportunity for kills for LittleB right now, as he also maintaining solid momentum as he moves through bunker here. And the key is, you know, that decision where you say, all right, there may be other teams heading toward bunker on Armory. And after all of these guards are cleared, do you potentially take and risk, you know, 3, 4, 5 minutes hoping, waiting for another team to approach your position? LittleB trying to move around this corner carefully, but taking significant damage in the process.
That's mostly all.
Imow with the long range shots. Outside of bunker now. Easy headshots on those guards. No major damage. An impressive show of accuracy from Imow. Finally takes a little bit of damage in the gunfight there. Broken one arm. An easy recovery situation, though. Maybe moving towards an extract here, or just clearing across the rest of the map and taking every opportunity for the gunfight. Every time you're forced to do that surgery, that's the longest heal in the game. And that need for surgery significantly slows down your progress here.
Fuck.
Realizing he's potentially on his last mag with this weapon right now. He either picked that one up in the process or carried the wrong ammo in his secure case into this game. So Imow with limited ammo, forced to hip fire in that situation. Again, breaking a limb, having to do surgery, having to recover with guards and those footsteps moving towards his position. Enough time to heal, but not enough time. Excuse me, enough time to do that surgery. Finally electing to start the heal there, but so always concerned about when these guards are going to pop around this corner because they have such accuracy, and that he may be dealing with a attack ops team here. So he takes cover to get this heal in. Again, stops the heal as he sees those footsteps. Taking more damage now with a blacked out arm and significantly more damage to the rest of his body. Imow at risk here, but needs to clear this threat. A perfect clear, pieing off that corner, able to clear the threat there, give himself a little bit more cover and concealment in order to get all of those heals in that he needs.
I did bring ammo. What am I on about? I'm so dumb.
He has the ammo he needs in his pockets. He finds it as he rustles through those pockets. Imow finds the ammo. He is able to reload those mags. He just has additional ammo for the wrong weapon in his secure container. So a little bit less concern there. He's got 2 mags in his kit, about to be 2 full mags. And a cleared center of the map for Imow. Now this looks to be his second game as well. So we've got these players quickly moving through these games as Imow is at over 30 minutes left in the game. LittleB slow walking very carefully. There's no reason for him to be slow walking unless he really believes that there is a team right up in front of him. Continues his slow walk. He's got 2 angles to clear here. The one on the right presenting significantly more danger.
These are bots,
He
bro.
drops a guard there. Realizes that what he thought might have been a team there is, in fact, bots taking a little bit of damage. You notice how
Where are the
quickly
real players,
these
my
guards
guy? Is this like
break
a
those
broken
limbs.
lobby or what? They've got to be camping with snipers. I just feel like they're camping somewhere. For lesson army, I mean, I'm not really
getting
rushing
nervous
for
about the
I'm just
potential
have one
sniper
good
threat
solid
there.
Game, just kill armory, and that's all that matters, right? So.
All of these delays from healing, but just popping painkillers and maintaining those broken body parts is a very, very risky strategy. Any damage to that broken body part causes a death. So you'll see these players healing consistently after each of these gunfights, but every time they have to do that, it delays their progress across this map. Imow now running towards bunker for his 2nd time, clearing the tents area. Those tents being one of the primary paths that other players take in order to get to that hole-in-the-wall bunker entrance. Immediately goes to activate that entrance into armory. Gonna start taking opportunities to clear out some of these guards.
My last mag.
Entering bunker now. Saying he's on his last mag, so he may not have a lot of ammo left to reload there. And bunker is an area where he's going to need to be very, very efficient with that ammo. Otherwise, he's going to be picking up those guard weapons and having to use ammo that is below his standard for this map. LittleB looking to clear from the high ground. He sees what look like guards. Looks like AI there, especially if they're still there. Drops 2, looking for the 3rd. Could potentially be another team. If they are, he's got them panicked. LittleB now electing to push in that direction. Potentially taking some fall damage there, but doing so in the name of very quickly pushing this team. Throwing that grenade, making sure he's got all of those kills. He sees those footsteps. Sends a hailstorm of bullets. You hear the guard voice lines. Now he's taking shots from behind. Injured. Both arms injured, but no limbs broken. Barely gets out of there without significantly more damage.
This is good, this is good, this is good. We got the bot squad towards me. Screw those guys. We got the raiders. Dude, I have no idea what this, like, this other...
Sees footsteps right in front of him. Heals in time. Be able to turn the corner. Drop those guards. 3 in a row just like that.
Oh my god. I'm being out of bullets, bro.
LittleB making it through these gunfights.
No. I'm out of bullets,
Both
chat.
players, though, low on ammo. LittleB with less than 1 full mag left.
I don't know if I killed that other guy too. That's a...
Looks like LittleB is going to be using a weapon off of one of these guards for a little while, as he has less than 60 rounds, potentially less than 50 rounds left for his weapon that he brought into this game. Now remember, these are the Golden Lions Legion games with content creators, competitors throughout Arena Breakout, and expect to see some exciting things as we continue through these events, exciting formats, and the eventual launch of Arena Breakout Esports. And I'm excited for when that happens. These obviously real players. He had those TAC Ops players pinned down and scrambling. LittleB able to pick up an M4, the same weapon he's using, some opportunity for additional ammo here, a huge pickup for LittleB as he's just running out of ammo. He's able to pick up another player's weapon, same ammo, something at least that's got, you know, decent likelihood of being higher quality, higher level ammo. But LittleB stays alive, stays barely supplied enough to continue this game through Armory. Both players frantically running around these maps trying to find every gunfight possible. This is some of the most aggressive movement on any of these maps that we're likely to see. Imow finding what looks like a squad of guards, continuing to clear these AI on the map here and having no trouble whatsoever with that new custom skin on the P90. A fast fire rate, high magazine capacity weapon, which is perfect for these close quarter gunfights. Missing some shots to the left, but getting it done with a headshot. Not taking damage as he moves through here. Absolutely key to keeping that momentum up.
The thing is with the P90.
Always reloading those mags, making sure he has those full P90 mags, and he's well supplied for every gunfight. But both of these guys just clearing through these points of interest so quickly, and then you see them just pull out the knife and sprint for the next gunfight opportunity. We've got shots in the distance for Imow. He hears some footsteps up in front of him. And, you know, these guards, they only shoot if they see a TAC Ops player. They're not going to be engaging for any other reason. And so every time these guys hear gunshots in the distance, they get excited about the opportunity for a gunfight with a TAC Ops team. He throws the grenade, hears the voice lines, gets confirmation that it's likely guards, and takes the opportunity while they're running. But Imow taking plenty of damage there, needing to stop and heal, stop and potentially do some surgery, as he still has footsteps near him. Jump clearing these corners rapidly. Looking to clear all of these threats before he stops to do surgery on that arm. Really aggressive movement here from Imow. Every time he hears footsteps, he's going after it. Another kill there. More footsteps right in front of him. He jumps straight down. He's chasing a TAC Ops player as they run away across the map. And this is what that momentum will get you. That aggressive offensive maneuver. Sometimes it'll get you shot in the face, but in most cases, it puts the enemy on their heels, and it's much easier to try and close the distance with an enemy that is scared and running away and get those shots without any danger. He's got this guy on the run. No hope of looting his teammate at this point. And Imow continuing to add pressure with those grenades, taking some shots from the high ground, forced to prone as he throws that second grenade. Got multiple threats, one close inside the tent, one on the high ground. He takes the aggressive maneuver and goes in to get the kill inside the tent. And he just shot from behind. The player wasn't dead in the tent. And a third player. We've got a third or fourth party in that gunfight. Imow goes down without getting that final kill there.
Passion, Bo.
Still 12 minutes and 30 seconds left in this round. Enough time for him to get back in. You see some of those frustrations with this map from Imow. 8 kills in that run. He's going to need to re-gear quickly to get back on this map. Coming up on 12 minutes left.
15 minutes left. Oh, it's over anyway. So
Imow playing this like it is multiplayer with those aggressive maneuvers. In many cases, allowing him that momentum that gets him the kill, but presenting significantly more risk with that decision. Electing for the M110 here.
Be good. Actually, we'll take those 2 grenades. Those might go give me.
LittleB gearing up as well. Likely to be both of these players' last game.
No hydration. Freaking! Why can't I just instantly hydrate, man? Like, god damn! Why do I have to keep feeding you?
LittleB struggling with the prep here, trying to get into the game as quickly as possible, but got to make sure that you are healthy and hydrated. Otherwise, it's an issue you have to deal with early in each game. Both players queuing into their final game. Just over 11 minutes left. And if you're just joining us here, coming into this game, we have an 8 point difference. This is the closest we've seen a head-to-head kill race up to this point.
Maybe we get
Both
a
players with the exact same
Go
number of
BUSD,
kills.
dude.
Those
Nah,
TAC
dude,
Ops
it's you,
players
man.
being
It's
worth
you or Kiwi,
5
man. You
points,
guys are, like,
and
probably one of the
Covert
best
Ops,
armory.
guards,
You or
AI,
Kiwi are Modern
even
Warfare
those
3
bosses,
capable.
all worth
Like
1
this one.
point. And so the only
Okay,
difference
open.
between these players being the number
Not
of
really good
TAC Ops
players.
players killed, but both with the same number of kills after our first 2 30-minute rounds. LittleB with 189 points, Imow with 181 points, and this is anyone's game. Imow we just saw was killed in a close gunfight, but that gives both of these players just over 10 minutes for one final game on Armory to try and get those couple of extra kills to potentially pull out ahead and get the win. LittleB wrapping around here on this side of the map. Does not want to die right off the spawn. Checking those spawn points, and Imow already in the hole-in-the-wall access here to bunker, while LittleB able to knock down some of these guards on his way through gas station. LittleB now running towards bunker, and with that alarm going off and Imow having just activated that entry point, we can only hope these guys are in the same lobby. It may be wishful thinking the entire time, but that's my favorite outcome in these matchups, is when players in a kill race end up in the same lobby and have to deal with that additional threat, knowing that their competitor is on the map. And one player killing the other as Imow just slashes through these windows, making as much noise to attract all of these guards here as possible. It's likely he's going to wrap around or try and get a grenade throw opportunity. If they're all stacked up on that door and he gets the right grenade in there, he can very quickly clear quite a few of these guards. I don't think his rounds are going to be effective through that steel door. Only a few seconds left until he has an opportunity to open it. Now, we've seen Imow at this position not throw these grenades beforehand and just open the door straight into that guard squad, and it has never gone well. At this point, though, he has a weapon that provides him a little bit more of a rapid rate of fire than last week.
I can't get them out from that. Like, what am I meant to do? Like, this is so stupid.
Got to go around to that box, hop up, and throw those grenades. That's his only opportunity there. Take some shots from a guard that got an angle. And then headshot! Headshot through hole in the wall. All of the frustration on that very quick, just sliver of a peek. Imow, the frustration of a death in Arena Breakout is brutal, especially when it is a shot right to the heart like that and no kills, it seems, on this run. He may be looking to get right back into the map with 7 minutes and 42 seconds left. That is enough time for him to get in there, potentially get some points on the board. LittleB looking like he also may have died pretty quickly there and looking to get back onto the map. Both players, I assumed, were in their last game, but when the competition on the map and those brutally effective guards get a vote, they're both end that one pretty quickly and are going to be looking to maximize every last minute in this 30-minute window.
10 minutes. Sheesh, I don't even know. And all this stuff.
That's one of the most depressing sights in the game, is when you see a player in tier 6, tier 5 armor just barely peeking around the corner to snipe you, and you just see him a little late. Both of these players racing to get reloaded and get their gear back on. And when you see this many deaths so far, what you'll notice is that both players go through nearly that entire bankroll resupplying just to keep the pace up in a competition in this format.
My head got blown enough from that, not gonna lie.
LittleB reloaded now and back into the queue, 6 minutes or less when he gets into this game. Every matching second he's waiting to get into this lobby is a second ticked off of the overall competition clock, down to just over 6 minutes now. And LittleB looking calm, cool, collected as he's queuing into his
you saw
fourth
that?
or fifth armory game.
Apparently, the AX50 can just
in
shoot.
this
How do you
iteration.
kill me? I had T6 on. The M2s can one-tap T6, even though when I use M2s, it literally can one-tap bots. Like, bro, I just don't get it. That is really just annoying, dude.
Both players getting killed on that last game. Both players wearing
like the shoulder,
high-level armor and struggling with the high-level ammo of the competition.
I don't know. That's just unfortunate. Minutes left on your army, man. All right, bet. Dude, I gotta go for Beam. We gotta go for like some money runs after this game, dude. I'm like, I just wasted $1 million just like going off on this game.
Reloading, re-kitting after this many deaths with this much competition gets expensive, as you hear LittleB talking about how much coin he's going through.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go straight over there.
As he constantly has to buy more ammo, more armor, more guns, and equipment to be able to continue to cycle through these games as fast as possible. He hits the red stem early on and the painkillers early on. LittleB starting out with guard kills. Every single one of these kills matters. Every point matters when the game is this close. 3 in quick succession, taking no damage and continuing his movement across the map. Moving up on Bunker on the tank side. He hears those. Oh, he's got another Tac Ops player on the high ground. Able to knock out a quick 5-point kill there. And if this player isn't a solo, if they have teammates, a real opportunity to stack up some points for LittleB. Clears this area. Looks like he just downed a solo. The opposite of what happened to both him and Imow in that last game is peeking around a corner, you see the threat, and you just see him 1 second too late. And that 1 second is all it takes on this map. LittleB now stacked up 9 points in this game. A huge result. Make it 10. 3 minutes and 41 seconds left. He sees that the light above that door is green, which means that door is activated. Taking shots from potentially that team over by Bunker.
Oh, I gotta chill.
On the right side. Is hit in the face mask. Coaching himself to be a little less aggressive in the peak there, as he's got to heal up. He's got one arm broken. Sees that movement. Able to down that player with perfect shots. Chest and head shots from LittleB. Continues his movement around. Another Tac Ops player killed.
Gotta pull in, get as much bot kills as possible, and then just die with the money, man. What can I say, man?
2 minutes and 51 seconds now left in the round. LittleB having one of his best runs so far. When the accuracy and the opportunity for gunfights line up. One more bot kill there is going to check all high ground opportunities.
Oh, it's already called.
That door already been activated. LittleB takes the opportunity to jump into Bunker here, really moving through Bunker quickly. There's a gunfight going on inside, and he's trying to get involved. Two minutes left with the headshot. We see LittleB taking down what looks like another Tac Ops player here in Bunker. He's got 2 broken arms. Less than 2 minutes left. LittleB throwing those nades, hoping for any opportunity for a kill here in the last minute and a half of this armory run. Every one of those grenades an opportunity for multiple points added to the scoreboard.
We gotta go in.
1 minute and 20 seconds left. Gets another Tac Ops player kill. LittleB racking them up in this final game. 2 kills in that room.
That's about it.
Shoots through the
Oh, shit,
smoke,
we got
gets
some
another
time
headshot.
limit.
LittleB is unstoppable right now.
Pick up their gun and keep killing them. Pick up their shitty ass AKM and go, 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 go. Get in there. Get in there,
LittleB feeling the
boys.
momentum. 45 seconds left.
Oh shit. Last boy. Oh shit. All right,
LittleB
guys,
now
I think
on
that's the end of
short
our
time.
journey. We gotta find a Nature killer ourselves, you know. Oh no, fuck! I'm gonna lose rank points though. No.
Gonna have to sacrifice the rank points to get off the map in time.
Give me a grenade, you bozo. Oh.
That gas grenade not gonna do it in time.
Dude, this guy doesn't have grenades, bro.
LittleB struggling to find a way off this map.
Just kill me, bot. Take my
Hopefully
soul.
finds a way. Maybe there's a little bit of a difference in the delay here so that these points will count. Putting himself out there, trying to get himself killed so that he gets taken off of this map as soon as possible.
All right.
Hoping for any difference in a few seconds in the delay there. We will see if those kills count or do not as the time runs out. And we're going to be coming back here from Armory at the end of this timer. We saw LittleB barely or potentially not get off the map as the timer ran out there in what was obviously his best game on Armory, looking absolutely unstoppable as he approached bunker, knocking down a team, and then inside of bunker, absolutely rushing a team, clearing those guards, and with a ton of success. And so I cannot wait to see the final score calculation, because going into this game, we are at an 8-point difference, exact same number of kills. And while we saw LittleB increasing his momentum at the end of this game, and Imow struggling with some deaths and 3 million lost coin in the process of this event, as you saw in the chat, we don't know if LittleB's last game even counted. So this is still anybody's game, anybody's guess as to who the winner is. We're going to get a chance to see the recap here in a second, and then we'll see some highlights, and we'll get a chance to do an interview with our winner, ask about how the struggles, how the successes went today playing these games on solo. And we saw a significant difference from the beginning of our event on Farmland, where neither of these players ran into any major troubles, where they cleared across the map. Other than Imow's death off the spawn there, that was inconsequential because he won that Farmland round by 1 kill and 1 point. And so at the end of Farmland, both players, lots of momentum, almost no gear loss. Going into Valley, both of these players suffered far more deaths in Valley than in Farm, and then again replicated in Armory. As the difficulty level ratchets up, we see a lot more deaths. And when you die there and lose all of that equipment, that just lengthens the time in between those games, lengthens that reset period. You're not just reloading mags and repairing armor, you're fully rekitting the entire loadout. And so those deaths having significant consequences every time, causing some frustration, maybe a little bit of tilt, I don't know, but we'll get into the final scores here shortly and see who our winner is for the Golden Lions Legion event here, this head-to-head kill race. As a reminder, the rules for this event have been 5 points per TAC Ops kill and 1 point per Covert Ops guard AI kill. And so as these players, you know, we saw them go around the map looking for these kills, but they are always looking for another TAC Ops team, an opportunity to down 3 or 4 players and stack up that 15 to 20 points. And we saw LittleB with plenty of those opportunities in a final game that may or may not have counted on the scoreboard. So we're going to get our points calculated here, and we'll transition over to that as soon as it is ready. And I'm excited to see what the winner has to say in the interview after this event, what some of those frustrations were, how they went about that transition from Farmland into much more contentious maps on Valley and Armory. So both players, though, throughout this event, you know, Imow known for that buttery smooth headshot accuracy, LittleB, no question about his long-range capabilities and mechanics in these games, and both of these players showing a remarkable amount of skill and ability to play these maps solo. I can't express enough Armory solo is terrifying. I'm just scared for my gear every time I've done it. And we have a very low success rate here in this house playing Armory on playing Armory as a solo. And so for these guys to be able to flow across the map, have success in all of these gunfights as a solo player, regardless of whether they have tier 5 or tier 6 armor on, regardless of whether they're running that 995, that M2 ammo, either way, solo on Armory is a daunting proposition. That is not something to be taken lightly. So I love seeing these guys, some of the best in the game, get a chance to demonstrate those skills as they take these games on and these maps on as aggressively as you'll see any player do it. So we're going to check out our score, our highlights, and see who our winner is for this event today. We have LittleB with 49 total kills, Imow with 27, and our first map where there's any reasonable point differential between these players, LittleB pulling out ahead in the final map. Both players, a high level of skill demonstrated here, and really it's all about the tiny little nuance that can be the difference between getting the kill and being the player that gets killed in those gunfights on Armory. Both players today showing us how it's done and how to maintain that aggressive momentum. But LittleB at the end able to pull away and get the win with a big point differential on Armory. And what we may have seen is that slight differences in the stream delays and things like that, allowing that final game where LittleB just went off to be a major contributor to that point differential. As we see these highlights, Imow with near perfect accuracy at those long and mid ranges, and then getting rushed by some of these guards and other players, always having to stay aware of all of those threats. And that is what we saw over and over again is, you know, all of these threats coming at you, presenting so much more risk for damage, risk for the death on this map. Imow taking out enemies at mid and long range consistently, as well as the aggressive hip fire. And aggressive maneuver was absolutely the name of the game for both of these players here, with LittleB pausing at times on the high ground. And Imow, those close range encounters, the threat of those grenades, and the threat of a squad of stacked up guards. Imow, along with me, favoriting that farmland map for PvP, and Armory just presenting so many more threats in a normal gunfight there, as you see him working with two players, one on the high ground, one on the tent, and one that third party's behind, and ends that game. And LittleB the same, that tier 6 player peeking around the corner with the sniper rifle, and again with Imow, that devastating peak and just the slight difference in timing that's the difference between a win and a loss. And then LittleB with the absolute mad run through Armory here at the end, using the guard to facilitate his death and get off the map. We have LittleB as our overall winner, 142 total kills in 90 minutes of play. Let's do the math, folks. Both of these players at over 1 kill per minute the entire time. Imow with 1.3 kills per minute, and LittleB with 1.6 kills per minute. That's right, I did the math in my head. What's up? That's a crazy pace of getting kills in this game, and shows you the level of aggression demonstrated by both of these players. And we're going to get a chance to get into the interview here with LittleB, and we're going to ask about how crazy it is to play solo and what level of pace you have to keep to be successful here. LittleB the legend, 142 kills in 90 minutes.
Yeah, my bad. I had you muted. Yeah. What's up?
Dude, that pace is insane. 142 kills in 90 minutes. How do you maintain that pace and get kills at that rate across all of these maps?
First two maps, I honestly most importantly farm. I kind of give it to Owen because I know Owen's like that's his favorite map. That's his go-to map. I didn't really have any game plans for the first two maps. But I knew it wasn't gonna be lockdown, so I wouldn't expect any like hard geared players. I'll just abuse the T6 armor and just like whenever they shoot a couple shots, I'll just flick on them and kill them. Armory is just I've been just playing Armory a lot recently, like literally nonstop. That's like my go-to map. So it's like I kind of know the map well. So yeah.
Yeah, talk us through that aggressive push game there, and you know, how do you give us some tips, give the chat some tips on how to be as a solo and still play aggressively, because you were pushing those guys like mad at the end.
Oh, yeah. Like for example, like Armory, it's like it's really important, like especially in just Arena Breakout in general, just knowing the map and experience is like a really big thing, because knowing where the spawns are and knowing where like the vicinity of players where they could be at, and just be able to just like, you know, just basically like dictate the map. And then like I know typically in like Armory, I mean there's sometimes aggressive players, thank God I didn't go against them, but like most Armory players I would say are pretty passive. So I like to just change the pace and just make the first move and just catch them off guard.
Yeah, it seemed like that momentum was everything when it came to keeping the enemy on their heels and being able to push through those teams. So what was your prep for an event like this? Did you have just kits stacked up in storage ready to go? What's the strategy for turning those games around that quickly?
I honestly had like no strategy. Like I just like, oh shoot, I had an event today, and I just showed up and I just like played like a couple matches earlier with some of my friends, and yeah, went in there. Just bought the most expensive things I could buy.
Playing by the seat of your pants gives you the win, huh?
I guess so.
So what's the opinion of the M2 ammo after Valley?
After Valley, what do you mean after Valley?
How'd the M2 ammo work out for you on Valley?
Oh, I don't get it. Like M2 rounds, I thought like with the AX50, it's the hardest hitting sniper. It would one tap, but it was sometimes two tapping bots, which is crazy. And in Armory, I just get shot in the shoulder blade, not even in the head. I get one tapped in Armory. Like I don't get it. I had T6 on too. I don't know. Owen told me to use the AX50 next time.
Not on your side.
No, Owen told me to use the AR30 next time. It's like good for quick scoping, because
yeah, we saw quite a bit of quick scoping on his end.
It's unreliable. Yeah, I'd rather have that than just a heavy.
Yeah, that AX50 with the crazy weight also slows you down. But hey, awesome! Thanks for the insight there, and congratulations on the win. 142 kills in 90 minutes is wild, and that last game on Armory involved a heck of a push, man. Congrats! Thanks for joining us.
All right, thank you guys.
LittleB in many ways winging it on his games today, but clearly the experience, him referencing the experience on the map, knowing the map, and that's the only way you facilitate the kind of crazy gunfight he had in Armory in his last game there with success, is knowing where those players are likely to be hiding, where the threats can come from, and that allowing him to very easily make that push successfully. And yeah, thanks to all of our viewers. We may have some additional CD keys here at the end. They're going to be coming up on the screen. So get the game out, log into the game. We have 5 CD keys, first come, first serve, one use only. So you've got to be quick. Pick up that bundle and see if you can pull off some of the crazy plays you saw our players do today on Armory, Valley, and Farmland. So again, those CD keys, you got to be quick, and those bundles contain armor, helmets, potentially weapons and ammo that will get you geared up for some of these games and maybe a little bit more protected, so you don't have to deal with that one-shot vulnerability. So thanks for joining us today, and as always, thank you to the production team and Arena Breakout. These guys are so focused on getting all of these details right and continuing to bring exciting events over and over. We have events coming up just about every week for the next month plus. And so plenty more to come, more head-to-head matchups. And as you guys give the feedback to the production team, to Arena Breakout, through the chat, through social media, you know, we've adjusted this format over time based on the audience feedback. So I love that people know what they want to see, that they're engaged enough to tell us what they want to see. And I love it even more that we have a production team and a development team that takes all of that input into account. So yeah, thanks for joining us. And I am Modsix. I'll be back again here in future events. And I love the questions about what's realistic and what's not in this game. Almost everything is, and so keep those coming. And we'll be back at you next week with another of the Golden Lions Legion events, another head-to-head battle, and more exciting gameplay for sure. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to the production team and Arena Breakout, and we will see you again next week.